Well, we are officially 1/6 of the way through the 2023-2024 NFL season. We're starting to see teams emerge as frontrunners for the Super Bowl, and we're also seeing teams that are frontrunners for Caleb Williams. And
Tank Bowl!
And this week, we got 2 Tank Bowls, and we will get to them. Greetings, everyone. I'm the voice of reason. Welcome back to Haymakers Predict the NFL season. Joining me, as always, is Leah the Squirrel.
Pain.
And Nikki
Nothing
V.
but pain.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
We never left.
I've come to talk with you again. If I'm gonna do that, I gotta do it like how the Disturbed did it when they went on Conan that one time.
Oh my god. Like that I think that version fucking slaps.
Oh my god, that was powerful.
When I first heard that version on the what was that? It was on the radio coming back. I think it was like coming back from work. I was listening to this like I'm tearing up listening to this version.
Mm-hmm. The best the most accolades you can feel about it or whatever is like at the end of the song they don't start applauding right away, like on the video version of it. Like the crowd is just stunned silent. They're just like, we just witnessed art.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so last week I was so close. I was so close to winning, and the coin beat me by 1.
That goddamn coin.
Want to know what's even more funny? I tied with Nikki thanks to the Steelers going to Super Bowl.
There's got Super Bowl.
Yep. And of course,
actually, boys, you started out on a really good streak, and then you lost the last 4.
Again, like all because okay, so the Bucks. Okay, I could excuse because that proves that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Philly's the better team. They one-upped. Rams was a close game. I lost by 3 on that one. Cowboys, I don't know what the fuck happened. And then I realized, oh wait, Josh McDaniels is the coach of the Raiders. I should have thought better.
High-end talent.
Mike Tomlin versus Josh McDaniels might be as big of a difference in talent at the head coaching position as you'll find in the league.
Exactly.
And as for the Cowboys, like I remember last week I said that the Cardinals were going to keep it competitive because like they've been hearing that they're going to be tank champions for the last 6 months and they were playing like they had something to prove. They proved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we should start examining like when teams start getting that buzz about them, about how they are the dog water worst, and like they're gonna be undisputed tank champions, they're gonna go 0-17. Maybe we should like not do that because I feel like because like the last time I remember that happening was that year the Dolphins were supposed to go winless and they went like 6-11.
Oh yeah, right. They were tanking for Tua. They went 5-11.
Yeah, even though nobody gave them a chance at hell to win anything.
Right.
Because like people are competitive.
Exactly. And then of course you have our winners and losers for the week. So our collective loser, shall we say it? The Broncos.
70 fucking points.
That was beautiful.
And here's the thing. The point differential could have been higher.
Oh, yeah, because they let off the gas at the end. They could have gone for the record, but they chose not to.
They didn't just take off the gas. The head coach was walking in the stands. He was literally walking around the stands with the play, like with the little play designer thing, going to fans and saying, "Hey, have a go."
You want to try calling a play? Apparently, anybody can do this shit.
Mike White had a perfect passer rating in this game.
Ugh, I feel sorry for. No, I don't feel sorry for the Broncos.
So, stat about this game, and Brandon Perna actually covered this in his short regarding this blowout. This is considered the worst blowout of any team to give up 70 points or more. Primarily, the primary reason, all the points scored by the Dolphins were on offense. There were 0 defensive touchdowns.
Yep. There have been 3 other times where a team has scored at least 70 points in a game. And in all 3 other times, there was either a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, or multiple of one of those, or both of those.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in NFL history that a team has given up 10 offensive touchdowns in a game.
Exactly.
Yes. And if I'm remembering correctly, it was 5-5. Not just it wasn't just a blowout on passing or rushing. It was both.
Yep. 5 passing touchdowns, 4 from Mike White, or 4 from Tua and 1 from Mike White, and 4 rushing touchdowns. I think 3 of them from Devon Achane.
Yep.
And the other 2 from Raheem Mostert.
Yep. Mostert got me points in our league.
I had Devon Achane on the bench.
Oh, you poor soul.
Oh.
And I was playing against Tua and Tyreek. Pray for me. Sad part is I still nearly won.
But anyway, individual. Okay, so who are our winners for this week? Who wants to go first?
This may not sound like a winner, but the Bears didn't lose as badly as I thought they would.
The friggin' Broncos, and to a lesser extent the Cowboys, took the heat off the Bears.
Yes. We are terrible. We are so bad that I am worried about this week.
All right. You know who my winner is? It's the goddamn Texans.
Yes.
They were another team that everybody was just like, "Oh, they're going to be bad." And like CJ Stroud is that dude. Like he is throwing the ball with crazy efficiency. Like he's making Nico Collins and Tank Dell into fantasy football warriors. And the crazy thing is their offensive line is shot to hell. Like they're on their like 3rd string center, their 3rd string left tackle, their 2nd string right guard. Like they have injuries all over their O-line, and yet they're still going. Crazy.
Yeah, give them the healthy offensive line, and you could these guys could go 14-3.
I mean, feels like the AFC South is kind of wide open since the Jaguars came back down to earth, and the Titans are perpetually mid, and the Colts are like they're good, but nobody's really expecting this to like maintain for a long stretch. So
man,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, my winner for the week, Travis Kelce.
He finally scored.
Now, well, more than just that. He did score a touchdown. I think it was 69 yards for a touchdown.
That's not what I meant.
I know. But here's the thing. Yes. So here's the thing regarding, Travis Kelce confirmed he is in fact dating Taylor Swift. The results of that. I need to talk about the results of that. For one, people watched the game of the Chiefs and the Chiefs Bears game.
Hey.
Bears.
Yes. The Chiefs
It was
Bears,
us.
Yes. Chiefs Bears games, everyone was starting to watch it because guess who was there? Taylor Swift was in the crowd. So, yes, Taylor Swift has clout, but more than just that. After it was announced that, yes, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were dating, Kelce's jersey orders jumped by 400%.
A lot of Swifties getting that Kelce jersey.
Yes, and she's going to be at the Chiefs Jets game, so massive numbers coming into NBC on Sunday.
Now,
also, that means that she's watching.
Now, Now, if the Jets were smart, they would put his jersey on sale in the store.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, I would imagine that they have. I've never been to an NFL game, so don't take this as gospel. But I feel like both jerseys of whatever team is playing would be available at the jersey store.
They unfortunately are not. It's just depending on. Excuse me. Depending on the store, it'll be either the team, or teams, depending on if they share if they share the what do you call it, share the stadium, or it's in the same division. I think when Grassi was doing his tour, I think it was in the Detroit stadium. They did have like NFC North pins, so they did have stuff with the Vikings, the Packers, the Bears, as well as the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because in Australia with the AFL, how in the stadium we have like in the actual stadium there are vendors that sell mostly stuff for the teams that are that use the stadium, but then outside there are like the big like truck back end of the truck that has like all the merch and such you would want, including jerseys, and those are both teams.
I was just going to say that this means that in back-to-back weeks, Taylor Swift is watching the Bears and the Jets play football.
Ha!
Well, I think next week is probably going to be a different game. Hang on. Oh, God. No. Next week is the Vikings. So, yeah, then the Broncos. Oh, my God. When's the next actual good game? Okay, week 7 against the Chargers. Maybe.
By then, like, Justin Herbert's going to be like, look, I can't keep doing literally everything for this team. Like, I'm going to take a nap. Who's my backup? They can start.
Okay, so now that we got our winners and loser out of the way, let's move on to our predictions for week 4. It's sort of. Now, as you probably are knowing, this video is coming out after the Thursday night game between the Lions and Packers. So we are actually recording this as the game is going on. So as much as we really want to talk about this game, because this is like the Thursday night game so far, because both teams are 2-1. Whoever wins gets the top spot in the NFC North. With the Vikings and Bears lagging behind by a lot. But unfortunately, due to circumstances, the previous day, we couldn't actually talk about it. So,
we did put down in our little Google Doc form who we were picking, and yeah.
Yes. So, as you see on the screen here, Nikki and the Coin have selected the Packers, and myself and Leah have selected the Lions. So, this will be this will be updated with the current winner and loser. So, it's a 50-50 shot who gets the point here.
Right.
And I think this was I think what was the pick'em for this one? I think it was like -3, right? Last I checked.
Detroit -2.5.
-2.5. Okay, right in the way. And they were favorites. Okay, so that quickly covers the Thursday night game. Congratulations to whoever wins this one, and give you the bragging rights. Now we move on to the Sunday games, which we'll actually have a little bit of time to talk about. Starting off with the London game, Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Falcons
Jaguars in London.
Yep, and Atlanta in London too. Falcons.
Kyle Pitts in London. Oh God.
Oh no. This is his game. Falcons got stuffed by the Lions. The Lions figured out how to stuff Bijan Robinson. Jaguars offense. They have no red zone offense. I don't know I don't know what happened after week 1, but they have zero red zone offense, and it's concerning.
It's bad when they add a top 10 wide receiver and their offense gets worse.
Ugh.
That's bad, right? Like
That is.
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
that's how not to do it.
So do you think the Jaguars recover, or do the Falcons take away from the fluke loss and actually survive against the Jaguars?
Excuse me, sleepy. I think the Falcons actually have a pretty good shot at this one. Like, all jokes about Kyle Pitts in London aside, like, I think that the Falcons have something going with their run game and surprisingly their defense. Like, they have a defense now.
Yep,
That's
Jesse
wild.
Jesse Bates in the backfield is actually doing a lot better than he was in Cincy.
And AJ Terrell.
That's true too.
Yeah, I like the Falcons.
Leah, what about you?
See, I trusted the Falcons last week.
Did you also trust the Jaguars?
Yes, I did also trust the Jaguars.
You
But
gotta
it's
trust
also
one of them.
It's also in London. I'm going to go Jaguars, as, yes, I've said it multiple times, different ways, to screw with the Americans. I'm going to go with the Jags because more experience in London.
I could see that. Like, helps with jet lag and whatever.
Yeah, they're used to making that long pain of a flight.
That's true. Plus next week they're back in they're back in the UK against the Bills, I think.
I would just stay in London.
They probably will.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because like if that flight takes a day out of you at least.
Oh, I can attest. I've traveled to the UK when I was a kid.
I've traveled from Australia to America, and that's a 16-hour flight. It is not fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, moving on to the 1:00 game, starting off with Rams taking on the Colts. Rams, close loss against the Bengals. Colts, squeaking out a win against the Ravens. And doing so, Orlovsky is vindicated once again, as he is no longer the only one of two quarterbacks who stepped out of the end zone.
Yeah, but Minshew actually won.
I know. So, take that, Orlovsky.
Ha, suck it.
But yeah, so I think Richardson should be back for this game, I think. Because I know he was in concussion protocol.
He's still listed as questionable on their report, but he's probably going to start. Who is their backup quarterback if he can't go? Because they also had Sam Ellinger on the...
Well, you mean outside of Minshew?
Yeah. Because Ellinger's on their injury report as well. That's the only three that I'm seeing on their roster right now. So,
I don't know. They might have.
Hope Aaron Donald doesn't turn Minshew inside out.
Don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because this actually, I mean, the Colts are going to be facing an actual defense this time.
That's part of the reason why I picked the Rams. It's like, okay, Colts won, but they were against a team that doesn't really have a good defense.
Well, they normally do, but they're all in the injury report.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Rams still have fight despite losing. Despite losing twice. Which honestly, which kind of puts them in the same boat as the Cardinals, but I have more faith in the Rams making a playoff run than the Cardinals at this point. But again, I'm glad to see that that there are teams that still have fight despite being on a losing effort.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
in doing so, the Colts, the coin has picked the Colts, but I will go along with, I think, both y'all to pick the Rams.
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh.
You're going with the ponies?
Right now, I'm going with the ponies.
The ponies?
You remember that bit from the Super Bowl where they showed all the characters
I
rooting
remember
for certain
that ad.
teams?
Yeah, I remember.
That was cute as hell. Anyway, yeah, right now I'm 3 for 3 on picking different teams from y'all too. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this Colts team just gives me something to be excited about, especially if they get Richardson back. Like, I think they can do stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'll take Florida man.
Alrighty.
I'll take Florida man and the Colts.
Okay. Next, and
Speaking of losing efforts.
Yes, next AFC North matchup: Ravens taking on the Browns. Browns might have the best defense. Browns might have the best defense in the league. Ravens have a Pro Bowl roster as their injured list.
Yes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Deshaun might be figuring it out.
Damn it.
Because last game, aside from that one throw where he threw it straight backwards, which was hilarious. Like that feels like one of those plays that's going to be on like the NFL, like the NFL Follies video forever. They need to still make those. Those were terrific.
Yeah.
I had like 3 of those when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Browns defense is very, very good. Like, they gave up only 3 points to the Bengals. They gave up only 3 points to the Titans. And they also gave up 26 to the Steelers, but we don't talk about that.
Mm.
Like, they gave up 26 points to a Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett-led offense.
It was a fluke.
I don't know. And then held Joe
talent.
Burrow to 3.
Yeah,
I don't know how to feel about things.
See, I'm picking the Browns solely for the fact that the Ravens are so injured.
I mean, they are injured, but they also like they're still 2-1, and their only loss came in overtime.
Right.
Like, this is just what the Ravens have been for the last like 5 years. Like, they're injured to hell and back, but like they're also incredibly deep, so they can handle a few losses, especially early in the season. And granted, they have a lot of losses, even by their own standards, but I don't know. I still think that the Ravens can keep pace.
All right.
I'm doing the thing again. Both of you guys take the Browns.
The coin is the coin is taking the Browns. We have to be on board with someone at this point. Maybe later on, but let's keep on moving.
Am I just being a contrarian?
Yes.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
I can afford to be stupid. I'm like 3 games up on the rankings for the year.
Yeah, pretty much.
For now.
All right. Next, Tank Bowl number 1. Vikings taking on the Panthers. Panthers started Andy Dalton. Vikings still cannot hold the damn football.
Kirk Cousins is on pace for 6,000 passing yards.
Yeah.
And also 0 wins.
That's kind of like, I mean, well, on the other side, the Panthers have actually not that bad of a defense, but their offense is so damn depleted.
Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
it's a bad sign when Adam Thielen is accounting for like all but just like 150 of your passing yards. Or receiving yards, rather. Like, he has, like, people who aren't named Adam Thielen are averaging like 50 receiving yards per game combined. That's pretty bad.
Any thoughts on this, Leah?
Actually,
Not really. I'm not paying attention to the Vikings or the Panthers. They're very bad.
Actually, I take that back because I was just looking at Andy Dalton's passing yards, not Bryce Young's as well. So
Yeah, well, Young has been injured. Was injured last week, so Dalton had to step in, and I think he's going to be out for a little bit longer. So yeah, it's gonna be either Kirk Cousins or Andy Dalton. Who you taking?
I mean, when you put it like that, it should be Kirk Cousins every day of the week, and yet, like the defense just can't keep up with them. Like this defense makes opposing quarterbacks look like gods. They made Baker Mayfield look good. That's unforgivable.
Oh, poor Baker.
I know. I rag on him.
He like I think we agree. He like I think you said this last week that like Baker is better when he like plays better when he's the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But as for this game,
y'all are setting me up for this again.
Are you seriously taking the Panthers?
I'm thinking about it.
Why?
Because this Vikings defense makes stars. Like, okay, what is Bryce Young's like availability? Like,
right now,
could he play?
I don't think he's playing. I think he's still questionable to play. So I think it still might be Dalton going in.
I'm gonna not do it this time. I'll be boring and take the Vikings.
Good.
You'll be sensible and take the Vikings.
No, this is boring. Kirk Cousins is as milquetoast as milk with toast.
Toast. All right. Anyway, moving on. Bengals taking on the Titans. Bengals finally got a win. Maybe they'll get their mojo back. Titans had it and lost it. So, yeah, we might see Malik Willis coming in if Ryan Tannehill doesn't perform well. Again.
Or we could see, like, banana peel coffee mayo boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Will Levis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if Malik Willis is going to end up getting a shot with Tennessee. He might need to get traded to find a starting spot. Maybe he can go to the Jets.
No. I'd still probably take Zach Wilson over Malik Willis in that case.
The list of quarterbacks that I would take over, that I would start Zach Wilson over them is shockingly low, and not all of them are dead. Like, is Y.A. Tittle available?
I'm not.
I wanted an excuse to say Y.A. Tittle.
Anyway,
Real football player.
Anyway, this game. We'll see. Can the Bengals keep their momentum, or can the Titans actually squeeze out a win? Can they actually figure out what to do with Derrick Henry?
So I'm just looking at the injury report.
Yeah.
As far as we know, Derrick Henry might not make it.
Oh.
He did not appear here yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it was a precautionary thing. Like, they do that to make sure that like...
He is on toe/rest and did not participate at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Hopkins showed up.
Okay.
Well, Hopkins is still questionable, but
he had limited participation.
even if Derrick Henry does show up, like, looking at his numbers this year, he has been, like, mortal. Like, he's barely averaging 3 yards per carry.
Interesting.
Yes, but, like, he looks like a normal running back when he used to be Zeus.
Yeah. I remember where we'd say, wow, Derrick Henry is good. Wow, Derrick Henry is good. Wow, Derrick Henry is good.
Yeah, now it's just, oh, run for 2 yards. Oh, run for 3 yards. Oh, Derrick Henry's good. Oh, run for 2 yards.
Mm. Anyway,
He's
Coin is taking the Titans. Leah and I are taking the Bengals. Nikki, who are you taking? They're going to be
You guys
contrarian
have
again.
agreed on everything so far.
This is weird. We I think we're just trying to catch up to you.
Ah, I see how it is. Like I
also,
start gaining a little lead, and you guys like start double teaming me.
I also genuinely think the Titans are not that good. They are not that team.
You are right about that, but so far through 3 weeks, neither of the Bengals. They've looked mid. Joe Burrow is not healthy yet.
Yeah, but mid is better than Titans.
Titans is peak mid. I mean, I'll take the Bengals, but I'm not going to feel good about it. If the Bengals lose this game, they are officially on tank bowl watch.
Yeah.
Because at that point, okay, Joe Burrow's something's up with him. He needs to sit a couple weeks, get whoever they have as their backup in there. I think it's Jake Browning. Mm-hmm. Get somebody else a few reps. Let Joe Burrow get healthy, so that when you can hopefully stay in the playoff race and have him be healthy for the games that matter.
Actually, I think it might be AJ McCarron. I think he's signed to the practice squad.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next matchup, NFC South matchup. Buccaneers taking on the Saints. Saints lost to the Packers. They had a 17-0 lead, and then the fourth quarter happened. And the Buccaneers lost to a really, Yep. And then the Buccaneers lost to, honestly, a really good team. So no fault in the Bucs. Saints, plenty of fault there. But again, both these teams are.
Is it their fault that Derek Carr got hurt?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
But upside, Kamara should be back.
I think that he's done with his suspension.
Yes, I believe so. So I do have. So if they keep running the ball, hey, maybe they'll keep at it.
I just looked at the injury report for this game. 3 CBs.
What?
Say again.
The Buccaneers have 3 CBs on their injury report, all not fully participating in practice.
All 3 quarterbacks, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, CDB.
Cornerbacks.
Yeah, that's why I said CBs.
You said quarterback.
No, I said corner.
Didn't sound like it.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, Jamal Dean, Derek Kitts, and Carlton Davis, all on either didn't participate or limited participation, which is, in my opinion, hilarious. That it's all the cornerbacks that are injured.
Mm-hmm.
No changes on the Saints though. So.
Okay, so. All right, so Kamara. So is Kamara active, or is he still not ready to participate yet?
How do you spell that name?
Kamara.
Yeah, I don't see him on injury report. That's injury report.
Okay. So.
Yeah, things are looking like he is going to be good to go, and he's going to be fresh. So that's good.
That's good. I mean, Saints do have a good run game even without Kamara. It's just they have to keep running the ball is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In this case, I will take the Saints, given that they do have an extra offensive weapon now. Still worried about Jameis throwing interceptions as always, but I have a little bit more faith in the Saints offense.
I like Jameis with a week to prepare. That should make things a little bit better.
All right.
But Bucks are good.
Instead of him just, yeah.
Bucks are good. I don't think they're better than the Saints.
Yeah.
All right, well, the coin has
Like,
selected the Bucks.
I think. Oh, nice. But yeah, like Jameis coming off the bench, I feel like is a recipe for like 3 picks.
Mm-hmm. All right, next game. I think this might be game of the week. Dolphins taking on the Bills.
Oh my god.
Bills.
It's going to be a really good game.
Oh my god, yeah. Which is a shame because I don't. I'm gonna get either the Bengals or the Browns game. In my neck of the woods. But yeah, Dolphins. Like we said earlier, put up 70 on the Broncos. Bills are finally getting their mojo back as they only held the Commanders to 3 points.
Those two teams beat their opponents last week by a combined score of 107-23.
Ugh. That scares
That's
me.
many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe the humiliating loss in overtime to the Jets started a fire in the Bills finally. But they do have to overcome like the unstoppable force that is the Dolphins offense.
Yeah. Is Tua MVP?
Tua might
If
be
he
in.
keeps this up,
Oh yeah.
Okay,
If not,
let me rephrase. Is Tua the MVP front runner right now?
Oh, most
Yes.
certainly.
Yeah.
but
'Cause I can't
basically
think
what
of-
I was meaning by that is, as long as he doesn't get hurt, sure.
I mean,
That's
saw
the thing,
the-
it's Tua.
yeah. He's apparently been practicing how to fall, which is very good.
Yes.
I did see a short though, with the Kelsey brothers, podcast, where someone asked, how many times do the Eagles have to do the tush push for Jason Kelsey to start getting MVP consideration? And it's just like, it's the most unstoppable play in sports. Like, good
Yeah,
work.
Well, unless you're
So,
So
I'm about.
Go ahead.
No, go.
No. So do the Dolphins get the win or do the Bills get the win?
So, there is an old saying in AFL, hell, and it basically comes down to 1 week you put on a ton of points, you'll look amazing, and then next week you'll get your shit pushed in.
The problem is both teams did that.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. The saying, part of me thinks the Dolphins are gonna like, they were against a team that is really bad. Now they have to immediately go face a team that's like credible.
On their level.
Yeah,
Right.
it's on their level and is a very credible playoff threat. So I think that might be enough to and the Bills and the Dolphins opponents from last week are vastly different.
Almost certainly.
Like the Broncos are real bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm picking the Bills.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool. I'm also picking the Bills because I think this is going to be like a really high-scoring game. I think both teams are going to bring it, and like I think it's going to come down to the very end,
I think
and
it'll
basically team with the last possession wins.
Yeah, me and you are on the same like wavelength, but I think it'll either be a high-scoring event or it'll be low-scoring battle. Not the good kind of low-scoring game, not the bad kind.
Yeah, the one where it's inexplicably like 10-3, but with like the best defense you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, 2 amazing defenses is kind of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Dolphins. So is the coin. I just think the Dolphins' offense is too good.
They are that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might
True.
like if they keep this up. Like the 72 Dolphins might be looking at that champagne bottle and saying, "Uh-oh." Yeah, they might be the first 17-0 team in the regular season.
That would be perfect.
All right. Okay, time for Tank Bowl 2.
Oh,
Do we have to talk about this game?
Yes, we do.
Skip it?
Yeah, I have things to say.
Broncos, Bears. Go ahead,
And those
Nikki.
things are mostly just... Did that come through?
No, that cut off.
No.
Okay, it was just loud, high-pitched screaming.
Good.
Like, okay. This Bears team does nothing good. It does zero things good. Like, first off, I can't name a single, like, big play run that they've done all season. Like Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson have been just silent. Although I do think Roshan Johnson has some potential, but it's not being realized yet. And, like, everybody's been dogpiling on Justin Fields. And yes, he has been playing like ass. But the problem is their receivers are getting zero separation. Like, there's... Like, Justin will look out. And aside from those, like, 2 or 3 plays where somebody is wide open and Justin just straight up miss him, but that's still... Like, that's still a sign, hey, this team is shit at everything. Like you look downfield. Oh, DJ Moore's covered. Chase Claypool's covered. Darnell Mooney's covered. Oh, shit, I've been in the pocket for 6 seconds, and now I'm eating dirt. Like...
Yep.
I guess it's good that their offensive line gives him 6 seconds, but I also think a little bit of that is due to the fact that Justin can, like, move around a little bit. But, like... It's painful to watch. And yet. That Broncos team has given up. Like, at least the Bears, like, fought for 60 minutes. They fought to a losing effort, and they only got their 1 interception off of fucking Blaine Gabbert, but they fucking tried for 60 minutes. The Broncos stopped after, like, 20. Like, their best player, Patrick Surtain II, got torched by some dude named Chosen.
He is the chosen one, after all.
Actually, he's the chosen 3 because he plays for the Dolphins, so they wouldn't give him 1.
True. So, here's my thinking. I agree with you 100%. Broncos have given up. They are done.
Mm-hmm.
They came close to beating Washington. They came close to beating the Raiders. But those are the Raiders and the Commanders. They're not good teams.
Commanders are kind of good.
Kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears fought against the Packers, a team that we now realize are very much out of our league.
Mm-hmm.
We fought against the Buccaneers, who are in that same level as the Commanders. We can agree on that, right?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And we took 10 points off the fucking Chiefs.
The Chiefs B-teamers.
Yes, but still.
Yeah, the Chiefs B-teamers could still... I honestly believe that if you put exclusively their backups in, they could probably still go 7-10.
And could still beat most teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm picking the Bears.
I am also picking the Bears, and that feels weird. Like, I have been so down on the Bears this season, but I feel like this is the one shot they have to actually win a game this year. Because
Also,
the Broncos are a corpse.
Also, it would be hilarious for us to miss out on the number 1 pick because we beat the Broncos and the Broncos lost to everyone else. And we lost to everyone else.
Also, if the Bears beat the Broncos, Brendan Perna is going to go supernova.
That too.
I hear what everyone's saying. I agree with all your points.
Believe me,
However-
none of this is based in logic.
However, I also agree with Perna that it cannot get worse than blowing 70 to.
Oh, it can. Trust me.
Are
it
you
can.
sure about that?
I am confident in saying that the Broncos are going to beat the Bears. Because if not, well, Sean Payton's gone.
Heads will roll.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are at the point where their coaches are on the hot seat. Their QBs are in trouble. Basically,
Actually,
both
I'm going to
teams-
stop you right there. This is not Russell Wilson's fault. This has been overlooked by this whole thing. Russell Wilson is playing good. Like, he is playing like he was in Seattle. Like, he is... Like, if there's one thing that Sean Payton can do well, it's coach quarterbacks, and he is doing that at least. Everything else is shit, but Russell Wilson is cooking.
Not a lot, but he is attempting to cook.
My main point
just has
is
nothing
both
in the kitchen.
teams are at the point where they should be heavily considering blowing it all up.
Oh yeah.
So you're taking the Bears?
Anyway, yes, we are all. The two of us are taking the Bears. One of us is taking the Broncos.
That's always the coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. I think this is the final 1 o'clock game. No, there are two more 1 o'clock games. God damn it. Commanders taking on the Eagles. Commanders.
This is gonna be.
Yeah. Commanders. They got their ass kicked by the Bills. They basically stopped them to just 3 points. Eagles won the first Monday night game, 20, and also got scoregami out of that. By the way, we forgot to mention that we had 2 scoregami in one day.
Yep.
In this house, we root for scoregami.
Yes.
Yep. Eagles winning 25-11.
25-11.
Damn.
Beautiful.
It's just like the odd scores that just baffle me. how they should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, scoregami is always fun.
Did you know that if the Broncos had managed to score one more touchdown, it would not have been scoregami? There has been a 70-27 game before, and we were really close to hitting it.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Damn.
By the way, the reason we are talking about scoregami and not this actual game is because the Commanders suck and the Eagles very much do not.
I have nothing to say about this game. I'd rather talk about scoregami.
Yeah. It's just kind of a game.
It's a game that has to be played because of the boxes we have to tick throughout the season.
That is true.
Yeah, we ended up having a game last year where they didn't finish it, and it threw all of the playoff seedings to hell, like
Yes.
the DeMar Hamlin game. So, we can't have that happen again.
Yeah. Well, but regardless, coin is drunk. They're taking the Commanders.
And the three of
okay.
us are taking the Eagles.
No dispute there. I will not be a contrarian asshole this time.
All right. Final 1 o'clock game. Steelers taking on the Texans. This is the other unstoppable force and movable object game I'm actually looking at. Steelers defense, really fucking awesome. Texans offense, sneakily good.
Yeah.
They're going Super Bowl. I've been saying this all times.
Yeah, but the Texans offense, at least their passing offense, because Damian Pierce has been kind of slow to get started, but I think that this passing game can throw on the Steelers.
Yeah, I know that.
Granted, and the problem is I don't know if the Steelers can keep up.
I think they can.
It's a matter of, well, again, I think the Steelers defense can keep up. But the worry comes down to the offense, and again, we all know who's running the Steelers offense, and Matt Canada, and
Canada, blame Canada.
And again, I like Derek Stingley Jr. on the Texans, so they might have a shot of stopping the Steelers here. So I'm doing the
It should tell you something that.
so I'm taking the weird pick. I think this is my upset of the week. I'm taking the Texans over the Steelers.
I like it. It should tell you something that the line on this game is only Pittsburgh -3.
That is interesting.
I also think the Texans are getting
Like, that's
slight-
not a lot. Like,
I feel like the Texans are slightly getting overinflated because of last week.
I mean, yeah. People look at the fact that they've got a quarterback that isn't dog water for the first time since Deshaun left. Or since Deshaun got in. Left is the right word because he did not get injured. He just straight up quit on his team.
Yes.
But yeah. So
Like the
people are like, Texans! Texans! Oh my god!
Texans did something decent. Oh, wait. They're still the Texans.
Yeah.
That's basically my thinking for taking the Steelers is like the Texans are getting better, but they're not. They still have a lot of issues. Next year, I will be singing their praises because most likely next year they'll be a lot better.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking the Texans. Nikki, who are you taking?
I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay. And the coin has agreed with me again. What the heck? So they're taking the Texans.
Mm-hmm. Like, apparently you are as drunk as the coin is.
Yes.
Oh,
But honestly, I feel like this is going to be close. So, like,
yeah,
I can't say too much.
All right. Next, first 4 o'clock game: Raiders Chargers. AFC West matchup that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chargers basically escaped from choke bowl because someone technically had to win the game. But they're still, like, not great.
And meanwhile, the Raiders have Josh McDaniels as a coach. So it's going to come down to who makes the worst decision, Brandon Staley or Josh McDaniels.
I feel like this is one of those games where both head coaches might end up getting fired afterwards.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, I don't think that's ever happened before, but, like, it feels like a possibility with these two.
Especially.
Can we turn this into a loser leaves town match?
Yes. I like that idea.
Yeah. I'm not picking the Raiders, though, anymore because Josh McDaniels is a meanie who keeps burning me.
You've learned your lesson, finally.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson by taking the Chargers. I've learned nothing.
Fair. But I'm also taking the Chargers, so...
Alrighty. Okay, next. NFC West matchup. Cardinals taking on the 49ers.
Okay, the dream dies. Cardinals, you had your moment. You looked good. You beat the Cowboys, and America thanks you for that. But this is the time where you get fed to the wolves.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to make an insane prediction.
What's the prediction?
Fucking do it.
My prediction is this game will have more points scored than the Broncos-Dolphins.
Ooh.
They scored 90 in that game.
I know, that's why it's insane.
They would have to average 45 points a game. Or 45 points between them.
That's
I mean, I'm here for it.
That's Chiefs-Rams Monday Night Football numbers.
I like it.
Cardinals are really not good. 49ers are really, really good. It is the recipe for a high-scoring game by one of these teams.
I thought you were predicting like a 51-50 game.
No.
No, you're going like 83-10.
Yeah, I am predicting that this will be the reason the Cardinals blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go that far.
If that if that happens, then like that would make the Cowboys' loss look even worse.
Ooh.
Exactly. And that
So
makes it even more hilarious.
I wouldn't
I
go that.
like it.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, yeah, the 49ers are 14-point favorites. Literally, they're
That feels too high.
yeah. I think I agree. Hell, I wouldn't even say double that. Um, but
Triple it.
triple.
Or like Leah is thinking San Francisco minus 42.5.
Oh the god. No, I think the Cardinals will cover the spread, but not by a lot. I think they'll get like 10 in.
Yeah. San Fran by 10 feels about right.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree with that. 49ers over the Cardinals. Let's see what the coin says. God damn it, they're taking the Cardinals.
Man, I want to hang out with the coin. Coin seems like fun.
I want to have whatever the coin's having.
The coin's not sharing.
All right, next. I actually had to change my pick here. I realized, you know what? Like, no, that was a fluke. That honestly probably was a fluke win. Patriots taking on the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh my god.
I hate that I'm saying this, but Cowboys. I'd be saying that if I was picking the Patriots as well.
Yeah, this is a game where like both, no matter who wins, we lose.
Yeah, because honestly, like
there is one way everyone could be happy.
tie.
Yes.
Is that? Are you?
That'd be sick.
I'm not picking that. That would be one way all of us would be happy.
Yeah.
If you pick a tie and you get it right, I will declare you winner by default.
I don't think it'll happen.
No, I wouldn't pick that regardless. But yeah, so anyway, Patriots low scoring game against the Jets that they were basically asking for the Jets to win, but you know, the Jets are the
Please
Jets.
win, Jets.
Yeah. And the Cowboys we all know what happened with the Cardinals. But yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to take their revenge out on Mac Jones and like blast and sack him until he hits hell, or like Avernus. I think is like the first layer of hell. Yeah, until he hits
Battlefield
Avernus.
of Hell.
Yeah, as long as Mac Jones doesn't try and punch Micah Parsons in the balls.
Oh no, Micah Parsons will do that first. If that he'll target the balls.
Well, you saw the thing with Sauce Gardner, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Mac Jones cup checked him.
Dirtiest player in the game.
Also, don't punch someone who's wearing a helmet. Doesn't work.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Yeah, Trent Williams.
Oh.
Stupid.
All right.
Take the helmet off,
smart.
then you punch them.
Or I just do what Bill Romanowski did and just spit inside the helmet.
Oh, that's dirty.
I mean, Bill Romanowski was a piece of shit, so.
Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so we're all taking the Cowboys?
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty. Next, Sunday Night Football. This was supposed to be the State Farm Bowl, but then, you know, God hates the Jets. Chiefs, Jets.
Well, taking the Chiefs, right?
Oh, almost certainly. Now, there is a 9-point spread Chiefs between the Jets. I actually think the Jets might I actually think the Jets will cover that. I actually think given that, you know, sorry.
We're looking at the Chiefs offense versus the Jets defense, and like the Jets defense is good. I'll give them that. But the Chiefs offense just goes and goes until there is nothing left.
Yeah.
Right. I mean the last time the Jets played the Chiefs played the Jets, they might as well have scored 80 on them because the Jets had like the worst defense in the worst defense / secondary in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I think Go on.
Now it's a different story. Now the Jets secondary is like insane with Gardner, Whitehead, Reed, and Michael Carter. Michael Carter 2 in the backfield. So I guarantee, they will definitely keep Kelsey to maybe under 60 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna
have Michael Carter and the cooler Michael Carter.
Michael Carter 1 and 2.
A and B.
But that being said, the Jets' offense is a non-starter. They honestly need to start utilizing Breece Hall more. I don't know why. I think they're still concerned that he might injure his leg again. But they need to do something to get this offense going. But regardless, I think we're all on Chiefs. Just double checking to see what the coin says. Yes, we're all in on the Chiefs. But I will say that
Joe Namath might be taking the Chiefs too.
Yeah. But that being said, I will say the Jets will cover the spread.
Mm-hmm.
And finally,
I don't know about this Jets team. They feel like they've rolled over and died too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they actually might get the number 1 pick. I think they might actually tank the rest of the games and go
fuck it and go after a QB.
I'd say fuck it, go after an actual offensive line.
Right.
Fair.
They get that guy out of Penn State.
Well, okay, I just forgot to mention this. I wanted to point this out about how bad the Jets' offensive line is. The Jets' offensive line, through 3 games, has allowed more pressures than any offensive line when the defense is not blitzing. Yeah, and that is how bad the over half of the pressures have been when the defense is not blitzing. That is how bad the offensive line is. And I was actually praising that Dwayne Brown was on IR because he he constantly gets beat. He let Aaron Rodgers get injured.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah, that's my take. That's my take on the Jets. But now let's move on to the other New Jersey team. Monday night game: Seahawks taking on the Giants. Geno Revenge Tour comes back.
Oh yeah, Geno was a Giant.
Yep, for a little bit.
He broke Eli Manning's streak.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, Giants actually put a little bit of effort in against the 49ers, but again, still the 49ers. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, 49ers through 3 weeks have scored 90 points. 30, 30, and 30.
A 30 for 30 for 30 presentation.
And I predict they will also score 30 points this week. Exactly 30 points.
Yeah. Against the Cardinals?
Yes.
Well, if Leah's thing is correct, then that would mean that the Cardinals would probably be scoring negative 20 points.
It'd be Wile E. Coyote numbers.
It'd be the numbers from Space Jam before the end of the first half, before they start drinking the secret stuff.
Deep cut for those who got the Wile E. Coyote numbers.
I don't know exactly what the reference is, but I know that he does not succeed. So
no, okay. Back in the day, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Cartoon Network did the cartoon Super Bowl,
I remember that.
Yes, and Wile E. Coyote scored negative numbers.
Mm-hmm.
He was
okay. I remember now.
He was the only cartoon to score negative numbers.
I remember that because the year they did Bugs versus Daffy, Daffy somehow won.
Because Bugs didn't show up at the end.
Yeah. Freaking Bugs blew it.
Anyway,
Right. Anyway. Yeah. So Giants. Well, Barkley. I think they did say Barkley did step out on the field, but I don't think he's going to be ready for the Seahawks game. Meanwhile, the Seahawks will stiff arm whoever is in front into the next hemisphere.
Mm-hmm. And somehow they're only favored by 1.
Yeah, this is a pick'em game.
Yeah.
I
This does not feel like it should be.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Double it?
I honestly say quadruple it. Like,
right.
It should be like Seahawks by 4 in this case.
At least.
Mm-hmm. But Leah, you say otherwise.
Yeah, I disagree. Seahawks are injured. Seahawks are very injured. Wow.
How badly?
Trey Brown,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant, like the Chiefs.
Yep.
Artie Burns, Charles Cross.
Oh yeah. I forgot Cross
Diggs,
has been out.
Phil Dessel.
Yeah.
Phil Hayes.
Yeah. I
Lamar
completely.
Jones.
Yeah, I completely forgot
Julian.
Cross has been out. But that being said, their key players are still there. JSN, Lockett, and Metcalf are still there. Plus they still have Kenneth Walker still in the backfield. So I think they're okay on offense. So I think they'll manage to succeed there.
But yeah, like, yes, they're injured, but I feel like the Seahawks are like, they're just better. They're just a better team. So I'll take them by a bunch.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm taking the Giants by like a score.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because I think this is the first time the coin is on your side, just on your side.
All right.
Finally.
Yeah, it started off with Nikki in the coin, then me in the coin, and just finally at the end, Leah in the coin. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that covers week 4. We have a lot of stuff for week 5 as well as the next Europe game. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is coming up because I believe we're getting high school football's running close to the end of their season, at least in Ohio, because I think they have like a couple more weeks before they get into like the playoffs, and then we're getting right into conference play with college football. So I'm also looking forward to that. By the way, did you see the final play get the Notre Dame Ohio State game?
Oh my God, Notre Dame are dumbasses. Can I preempt or postemptively make them my loser of the week instead of the Broncos?
That's fair.
Actually, I take that back. My loser of the week is like Denver or like Colorado football in general.
Oh yeah.
Because not only did the Broncos get molly-whopped, but so did the Colorado Buffaloes.
Oh yeah. Yep. USC freaking took into pasture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that hype they had, dead.
But anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys next time for week 5.